Escape to Infinity, and the top quoted is from Naga Hammadi, Gospel of Philip. Fear not the flesh, nor love it. If you fear it, it will gain mastery over you. If you love it, it will swallow and paralyze you. We talk about awakening. The question is, what is awakening? We say it's awakening of the human mind. Okay, but where is that? Is it the brain? No. Consciousness doesn't originate in the brain, which is only the means of process of information in what appears to be human perception. A computer is not the internet or Wi-Fi field. It's the decoder, the screen in which we perceive the internet and Wi-Fi field. The brain is the screen on which we perceive the decoding simulation as 3D reality. The question is therefore remains, where is the mind that people talk about, that we must open? There are many levels of consciousness that comprise the entity that we believe it is a human. We have the five senses, which the body attached to the 3D simulation appears to be the soul, the astral mind. And then there's the divine spark, the connection of infinite awareness of this simulation. So the only one that really exists is the divine spark. The rest are illusions, are enslaved the divine spark in a multi-level world full of fantasy. The five senses and the body in totality are information templates delivered by AI astral mind, which decoded into the illusion in the divine spark. It's in the body, and there it's even is a body. And as we perceive it, the soul is the projection or the focus of attention of the divine spark, which believes it's on a journey to enlightenment via reincarnation. The soul too is illusory and in the entity in itself. The cult and its demons have no problem if you believe via religion in the soul. The divine spark, meanwhile, is encased in the endless illusions and delusions delivered by AI. What is awakening? It is awakening from this program. So, quietly sometimes, listen to your thoughts, the brain chatter. You can literally observe them as an onlooker, and you will hear the program play out this. But who is doing the listening and observing? You are. The you beyond the program. All roads lead and from the astral mind, which is not a human at all. It is an AI construct with the role of enslaving and deceiving the divine spark into forgetting who he is through the illusion of where it is. The demonic realm cannot generate its lush through AI alone, and nor with its energetic isolation of the infinite, and have access to the creativity of all it is and has been ever could be. That connection is only possible through divine spark, which the demons have enticed into their astral layer. Divine spark generate the lush from the response of the illusions constantly created with the end. The astral mind is only the projector, and what must awaken is the divine spark from its manipulated control perceived as, quote, fate, the program. The Naga Hammadi Apocryphon of John says, quote, bitter fate was begotten through them, which is the last of the changeable bonds. For from that fate come forth every sin and injustice and blasphemy, and the chain of forgetfulness and ignorance. And thus the whole creation was made blind, in order that they may not know God, who is above all of them. And because of the chain of the forgetfulness, their sins were hidden, for they are bound with measures and times and moments, since fate, the program, is Lord over everything. And end of the quote. The bottom line of the bottom lines of the demons is to maintain control of the divine spark and its perceptions. Demonic control is immortal danger. Once divine sparks, the demonic realm whole is under danger when the divine sparks start igniting. It cannot exist unless it believes it to be real. So your Dabuth in the demon cannot control the divine spark, but they need the responses to the divine spark for the experience and lush of the demon's feet. They need the divine spark, while at the same time it's the biggest threat to their control system. It is a fine line that they have to tread, and they know it could unravel any moment if enough divine sparks awaken to their plight, and it will through identity. They cannot force divine sparks to believe in their simulated fantasies if they are awake to their game and to their infinite identity. They can only manipulate them to believe in the fantasies, and there is ongoing battle to the end of divine sparks must believe they are controlled by authority on the 3D world and out of the body by the demands of the reincarnation cycle in secure enlightenment. So these twin beliefs mean the cycle continue indefinitely until it's broken by ceasing to believe in it. So, sources of control with the human world projection are legion and have a change with the deception of time. The prison of perception, which is religion, has been increasingly replaced by the prison of perception that is woke. And now we're in a stage where the primary prison becomes AI. It always has been from the astral world, but now it is on public display. The illusion of control in the 3D realm is being seriously ramped up to further the infuse of the divine spark with the sense of helplessness, isolation, division, and subordination. Whenever it happens in 3D, it's happening in divine spark perception, which believes it is incarnate in 3D. Attempts to separate, divide, and isolate humans from each other is only a projected version of separating and dividing and isolating the divine sparks from its sense of unity. When they awaken and come together, humans do the same, as the astral AI program is overridden. 3D is a screen on which what is happening in the astral can be observed. If it is happening here, it's happening there, and vice versa. When you see the cult seeking to drive humans apart, you are really looking at the demons in the astral perpetually driving divine sparks apart. Human perception of being powerless little me is a reflection of a divine spark believing it is a powerless little me. 3D is the astral made manifest. People think that we have to change the human world to physical when the change must happen in the astral to manifest here, the realm of thought and emotions. My perception is that enormous level-less people in the energetic change which been instigated beyond the simulation. These are the truth vibrations that I have been talking about. These are the truth vibration that they are being hating about. This is causing chaos and fears for the astral gods, and chaos has been reflected on the 3D. The demonic is in fact going crazy, or even more crazy. It's already crazy and even seeking shelter from the storm in 3D through possession. demonic manifestation in 3D reality, and in the eyes of its assets, it's becoming ever more tangible than obvious, and is as the possession of increasing numbers in the human population. Possession has happened throughout what we call in history, but never more than now. When the COVID jab came, and the vaccines and general are helping to facilitate the technologically generated cloud connecting to the human body and the brain is a collective forms of demonic possession, along with its connection of AI to the human brain, care to covenant and to command. And I have seen the astro described as a place of emotions without logic. And what better description of climate change and transgender activist and the workery general as an astral possession infiltrate the 3D and comprehensively. People are experiencing time as it's getting faster, and I say that reflects the increasing influence of astral reality. The astral is descending into greater insanity, and as the truth vibration shake up with its frequency field, and that is being reflected in the astral projection of 3D. Imagine calm waters held back by a dam, which is then bursts and the water crashes into the valley in chaos and confusion, and until it finds balance again. In this new situation, something like this is happening to the energy of the astral, and amid the great upheavals that they are coming, remember that the astral is not only in the process of being tamed, but ultimately dismantled. The astro is the simulation in which being energetically unraveled and dispersed. So people talk about a new earth that is coming, but it is not a new earth. It is a prime reality earth, which is the simulation that is overlaid in which bad copy fakery. Prime earth is the same quote as space you are sitting or standing in now. It's just a much more higher frequency as the simulation is dissolved. So prime earth will appear like mist clearing in the warmth of the sun. It may be experienced as a transformation to a wonderful world, when it is really the simulation that is dispersing to reveal what has been hiding from us. And not saying this what happens tomorrow, only when the process has begun. I think that near-death experience at some point are going to start describing changes to the usual experience as this astral cleansing proceeds. In the meantime, we have to break the reincarnation cycle and stop being recycled between simulation, spirit world, and simulation 3D. So we have to get out of the code of here, and while the simulation is still operational. So I suggest some ways in doing this in the basis of remove the problem by removing the cause of the problem. The cause is duality, the knowing good and evil of the Eden story. We have an adversarial society at every level to emphasize and promote duality and the conflict that produces the lush. Your coded sack is wrong in my soul, the code sack, and it is the right duality or polarity creates energy as the electricity, which is the foundation of the simulation, and it's sustained by the electromagnetism loose that we are manipulated to generate. In our infinite state, we are not energy, we are awareness, a state of being aware. And in the higher realities, we are infinite reality. There is no energy, there is only awareness. Energy is what we perceive, and in this simulation, awareness generates vibration, which creates movement, it creates form and energy. And infinite awareness, it is in a prime state. It's not energy, it is awareness, it's isness. What is it? It's just is. It has no vibration, no form, no labels, except those we have given it, and that ultimately who you are and I am. Yes, you driving there in the car, and whoever you are in the call center, or what work in McDonald's, but we are all this infinite awareness and simulated, and the control prevail, and that control must fade and fail as we remember our true nature of reality. It's a challenge to reach that state of awareness of self-identity while experiencing the human realm when your body-brain program is constantly feeding us of a fake reality. But it is possible if we re-evaluate everything. The brain is a good symbol to work with, and there's two hemisphere duality, which is the corpus callosum bridge between the two. Some people had that bridge deactivated, and they operate with two realities or two personalities perceiving independently of each other. The bridge is the balance of the potential balance between the two. So we need to become symbolically that bridge. That is the state of balanced awareness that exits the simulation with the realization that there is no simulation as we experience it. There is only an AI generated simulated dream. It has no power over you if you cease to believe in its illusion. There is no spoon. It is not the spoon that bends, it's only yourself. There are no bars, it's no bars that can come down, it's only yourself. We experience illusions in the dream state at night and then wake up to another one.